Good morning. It's your friend Marvin Stafford. Wow, this has been a tripped out weekend. I've had some technical difficulties, so I did not post on Sunday, and I'm late posting on today. My goodness. But we pushed through and we got it on. Yes, I am just ecstatic. It's Monday. It's Monday. I am, it's Monday. I'm ready, baby. I am ready. Yeah, it's been tough going, but we pushed through that thing. We back on. We back on. So, how was your weekend? Man, if you want, post in the comments, tell me how your weekend was. What surprise did you get? Because Friday I said, look for a surprise this weekend. Yeah, I had a funeral to go to Saturday, and it was the guy. He was old age. It wasn't COVID or anything like that, but he had a really, when we social distance and all that good stuff, mask up, but we had a really good turnout, and it was a powerful funeral, and it just made me realize, the kind of life that he led. I mean, there's just so many people showed up, and not being able to get in and whatnot like that. It just the kind of life he lived was just awesome. But yeah, I told you Thursday we're gonna talk about balance, and I tell you what, that has been a challenge. Balance has been a challenge for me because I am not a balanced person by nature. I have to learn some balance. Now, it's still something I war with, I struggle with, because when I find something that I like, I go in, and everything else gets pushed to the side. Family, friends, different other obligations. When I'm focused on something, I'm in it, and everything else takes the back seat. And it has been really, really hard on my relationships. And it doesn't matter. I'm not necessarily talking about romantic relationships, but all of my relationships, it has been very difficult with. So, that's something I struggle with. I have improved on it, but something I'm probably going to have to continue to improve ongoing, because by nature I am not a balanced person. I've read several articles on being balanced, and it was one that was really caught my attention. And it's not so much what was said, because what was said was very generic. It is a lot of questions. Are you balanced in your life? What type of things are you missing? And it's more set up like a self-assessment, not necessarily telling you how you can become more balanced, but it's a self-assessment. So not and it kind of puts you where while I'm saying all this, let me tell you the article. It was a Inc. article. So like the business magazine INC, it says seven secrets of successful people. Wow, that's a lot of sisters. Seven secrets of successful people to living a balanced life. And let's see, the author is Jim Skulik, or Skuliker. Skulikser. That's what it is. Jim Skulikser. Yeah, and that's, like I said, it's he is the CEO of INC, Inc. magazine. And highly successful people measure themselves by 7 key elements. And it's health, family, social, financial, business, civic, and spiritual. They try to maintain a balance between these elements to live a healthy and fulfilled life. So it's more like a setup, like a self-assessment. So how you can analyze different aspects of your life to start questioning and beginning to set up a personal action plan to become more balanced in certain aspects of your life. And I really like the outline. The first one is physical health. Like I said, physical health, family, social life, and I guess social would be friends and things like that, or even social media. And probably a lot of those people who are Fortune 500s don't do a whole lot of social media. They may pay somebody to do it, or they do it a few hours a week. Financial, business, civic, or let's say community, and spiritual. Now, the only thing I did not like about this particular article is that, coming from a spiritual background that I'm coming from, they make the spiritual aspect of balancing your life the last thing that you tackle. And it reminded me of Proverbs 9, 10, and 11. And that's kind of where it threw me off, because Proverbs 9, 10, and 11 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For by me your days will be multiplied, and your years of life will be added to you." And that's the first thing that popped in my mind when I was analyzing this article, that they make the spiritual aspect of it the last thing. If I were to recoin this article as far as levels of organization, I would take the last thing and make that first. Because when you're talking about balancing your life, it's the spiritual aspect of it that takes precedent over everything. The spiritual controls the physical, or the supernatural controls the natural. It's in this aspect that I would change and make that the very first thing. And as we go through the week, we're going to get into the family and all the other things. But as far as the spiritual, that has to be first. Now, I'm not talking about crazy. You know what it was? You know what? Oh man, you're looking down today. Are you feeling okay? Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored. The joy of the Lord is on me, and that all might be true. But you know you got something going on with you. You know you got something going on with you. Stop tripping. I'm not talking about that. And actually, I don't know. I don't know why so certain people do those certain things. It's a scripture that I remember in Ecclesiastes 7. It's 16 through 18 that speaks to that very thing. It says, "Do not be excessively righteous." Do not be excessively righteous like those who are self-conceited. And do not be overly wise, pretentious. Why should you bring yourself to ruin? That's the truth. It says that. You know, those righteous, super righteous and sanctified, saved, holier than now, better than you type of individuals. It says, why are you going to bring yourself to ruin? It's a trip that says it like that. It keeps on going. It says, do not be excessively wickedly wicked, and do not be a fool. Why should you die before your time? So it's even though you put in, I believe you should put the spiritual things first. It's not in a situation where you'll be overly spiritual. You just recognize there is something. There is someone that's out there that has a plan over your life. This earth didn't just come into being. I'm not saying it didn't come into being with a bang. I'm not saying it did or it didn't do that. I'm just saying that there was an orchestration involved, and before we can balance anything in our life, man, my lips are shining. Before we can balance anything in our life, we have to understand that there is a higher power being God out there. You got to realize it has to be the foundation that you set up, balancing your life, balancing your work, balancing your relationships, balancing your family, your finances, and all that stuff. That the understanding, the reverencing, the acknowledgement of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So I'm not going to be on long with you today. It's already been 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let you have your day. I just am so excited that I'm back with you, and my technical difficulties for the moment have been pushed to the side, and I'm back home, baby. Y'all have a great day. And remember, hey, I'm Marvin Stafford, the Smile Motivator, and I'm reminding you that we are staying motivated in life eternal. Have a great and awesome day today.